hang on. I'm going to do some rules stuff. All right. So those of you that haven't answered, is everyone able to hear? I'm checking you guys in. So just sit tight. We have more people joining. And I'm going to try to multitask while I'm taking roll. What we're going to do for the speeches, the informative speeches that have not been done, we're going to try to present them on Thursday. And so if you have not presented, you need to be prepared to present. And what we'll do is I will make you a presenter when it's your turn to speak, and you will enable your video and audio, and I'll do what I can from this end to make sure that those things are on, and then you'll present your speech to the class. And the rest of you, along with myself, will be evaluating the speaker, and you're going to type up those notes that you take about what you observed in their speaking. And remember, you need to have positive as well as constructive comments, a total of 5. And you can comment on introduction, body, conclusion, citing sources, whether how informative it was, what you thought of their attention device, their clincher, what the information that they shared. And then you're going to email me those comments that you made. Those are your peer evaluations. And then I want you to email each of the speakers the comments that you made. So I'm going to, like Michaela, she's one of our students that needs to speak. And so you will have your comments about Michaela in the set of comments that you send to me, but then you will send Michaela just the comments that you made about her. And you'll go into Blackboard and set up an email to her through Blackboard. And there, if you look on the left side of the Blackboard, there is the Blackboard page. You'll see a place to email your fellow students. And you've probably done that for another class. And so that's how we're going to do that, because otherwise they won't get to ever see those comments. And along with that, you guys received, those of you that have already spoken, you received a grade on Blackboard, but you haven't gotten to see any comments. So I'm trying to figure out how I can do that without having to copy a bunch of papers or retype everything I've already written, because I thought I was going to be able to give those back to you in class, but that was not possible. So I'm almost done taking roll. So I'm going to really focus in about 2 minutes or 1 minute. So we have almost everyone here. And let's see who's missing. We have 1, 2, 3. Only 3 people missing. Okay. Oh, Andy. I thought I already saw Andy. Okay. Okay. All right. So, okay. Okay. Saren, you said, are you on an iPad? They won't work. Okay. Carl is having trouble logging in. It needs to go through Chrome. Okay. Gabby already said that. And Andy, you got on. I see that. So who is someone talking to Carl to get him on here? Okay, Andy left. Okay. Yeah, it's not a perfect, this is not a perfect setup. So, all right, I have been working on the schedule. I'm going to post that. Okay, Carl is on. Good. I've been working on the schedule, and our last speech is going to be the persuasive speech. We are not going to do the special occasion speech because we just don't have time. Sorry, gotta get my roll sheet. Everything is going to be a little bit slower because of the way that we have to do things remotely. And so we just don't have time to do that last one. And I had talked with you guys before about doing a take-home final, and that's actually the way we're going to do the final. And I'll give it to you in a couple of weeks, about 3 weeks, and you'll have a couple of weeks to get it done. And you'll just submit that probably through email or Blackboard, your student email. So, all right. So the informative speeches, we have 6 or 7 that need to be done. And that's basically, that's going to take most of our time on Thursday. But I do want to try to get some work done on our informative speech, or not informative, our persuasive speeches. So we have Samantha, Timothy, Andrew, Rachel, Jade, and Michaela. So we have a total of 6 speeches. So if you are going to be doing peer evaluations, that means you only have to send out 6 emails to the students that have presented. And so that should be pretty easy. And I don't think I have the peer evaluation posted on Blackboard. And so I need to do that for you guys. So if you want to print one off, you could do that. And if you want to print off 6 and then just scan those or type them up and send those to the students, you can do that. And then you just send the 6 that you did to me. And I'll create a file and put all those assignments in there. Okay, you guys keep popping in. We have one more person that needs to get here. And then we'll have everyone in attendance. Great. Okay. Yeah, only one more. All righty. Okay, so when we meet on Thursday, like I said, we'll do speeches, and then we will talk about the persuasive assignment. Now, it is possible, if you still are interested in working in a group for the persuasive, you guys will just have to use social distancing and do FaceTime or whatever you want to do to create that group project. And so you can still do that. But what I do need to have from you is if you could let me know who's in your group. So you can tell me on chat right now, and I can just jot down who is working with who. And what we can do is, or else you can email it to me, because I do need to know time-wise who we have in groups and who we have by themselves, because that will make a difference as to when and how long we need to get our speeches. So can you guys do that right now if you're working in a group? Or maybe you should, if you have your contact information, hopefully you do, since you were planning on working in a group, you can talk with one another before Thursday and email. Let's just do that. Email me your groups for Thursday's meeting. And that might be a better way to do it. That way, if any of you have changed your minds and you're thinking, I don't know if I can do this remote thing and do the group, then that gives you a chance to discuss it with one another. So are you guys hearing me? Oh, Brenda has raised her hand. So let me find you. All right. Okay. I have to change you to presenter. Okay, question.
Okay, I still need to do my informative speech. You forgot me.
Oh, did I not put you on the list?
No,
Okay,
I didn't have time last.
Right, did I not? Okay, I don't have you on the list. Sorry about that.
You're good.
Okay, all right, so we will have 6 people. Sorry, Brenda. I don't know how I did that. Okay, did you have any other questions?
No.
Okay, I love hearing voices because then I know you guys are out there. Oh, Gabby has a question. So let me get rid of Brenda. Oh, and so does Lori. Where are you, Brenda? Okay, because I have to make you not a presenter. Okay. All right. So Brenda, are you still on speaker?
No.
Yeah, you are.
Oh.
Okay.
I lowered my hand.
I know, but where did you go? I can't find you on. Oh, okay. I have you in the wrong place. All right. So I'm taking your microphone off and changing you to attendee. Okay. I don't know who had their hand up first. So I'll just go down the list. And Gabby, I'm going to make you your next. Okay. I'm trying to get you on here. Okay, you should be able to talk.
Can you like explain this like group? Like what did I miss? What's this group for and like what are we doing? Like I'm confused.
Okay, all right, that's a good question. And I'm going to keep your speaker up for just a minute. Okay, when we started talking about persuasive speaking, I told you that if you could present as an individual, or if you were interested, you could also present as a group. And a group is 3 to 5 people. And the group presentation would be the same as a speech, but the responsibilities would be divided among the group members. And each group member has to have a main point of the speech, but then you would divide the responsibilities of creating the introduction and conclusion, creating a PowerPoint, doing the surveys, and doing all the written work that's involved. So, do you remember talking about that at all?
No, but
Okay, well, that surprises me because you usually don't miss anything.
yeah, that's why I was confused. But that's fine. And we can do it by ourselves if we want.
Yes, you may. And at this point in time with the situation as it is, it might be easier to do that. But there were some people that were pretty excited about maybe getting to do it as a group. So, that's why I presented that opportunity. Okay, so are you good?
Yeah, but I'm also confused on the whole like commenting and emailing and like what that actually looks like.
Okay, so the peer evaluations, we'll do them like we've done them before for the speakers that will present on Thursday. But what you'll have to do is you'll fill it out, or however you want to do it. You can use the form, or you can just take notes on each person So you would have notes for each person, and then you need to type those up, and you would send a copy of all your evaluations to me, and then you would email through Blackboard to each of the speakers. So they would receive comments from everyone in class through an email. So they get to see your comments.
Yeah, and then I think somebody in the chat said that they don't see an email button on Blackboard. I think you just see that as a teacher. I don't think we can see that as a student.
Okay, let me see. It should be under,
Because I'm on Blackboard right now.
okay, I am too. So it should be under course tools, and it should say send email.
Where's course tools?
It should be on the side under the control panel.
Nope.
Can you,
Is there a way for me to share my screen with you?
I don't think so. Oh my gosh, that is so complicated.
Hey, you
Yeah,
can do
you
that.
know what I'm going to do? I am going to go in. I'm going to go into my son's Blackboard because it is the first one to pop up, and see what he sees, and then I can help you guys. All right, so I'm logging in. It's not cranking. Okay, Blackboard. All right, tools. Oh, you don't have very many tools, do you? Oh, good grief. Okay, let me see. Certainly. All right. That's weird. Oh, wait. Okay, it went to my Blackboard. So that's not what I want. No. Okay. Let me get back with you on that, Gabby. I will write, I'm just going to write peer evaluations. Okay. All right. So I will get back with you on that. Okay. And I'll look at it from your end, from the student end, and see if I can figure that out by looking at my son's Blackboard. And then because it's just, yeah, because it keeps going to my Blackboard. So I'm going to have to completely get out of this in order to figure that out. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I will get back with you on that and have it figured out before we have to do it on Thursday. And I can't find you on my list. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay. So I'm going to send you back to attendee, Gabby.
Okay.
All right. So another question from Manera, and you are, no. There we go. Okay. So you're on.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You already answered my question about how many people are going to be in a group, 3 to 5, right?
Yes. Yeah, a group of 2 is not quite big enough. A group of 3 is about perfect because then you just have 3 main points that you have to do. A group of 5 is kind of big to manage.
Okay.
So I would say 3 or 4 is about right.
Okay. For the people who are doing their informative speeches,
Yes.
are they going to have to like speak live? Like,
Yes, like I'm doing right now. So I will make them a presenter, will enable the video for them, or they may have to enable it from their end.
mhm.
And there's also a way for us to put the PowerPoint up.
Okay, because Andy was saying that she could hear Brenda, but she couldn't hear Gabby, like when she was speaking.
Huh.
So, like, what if that were to happen? How are you
Well,
going to record those
okay.
comments?
Well, if that were to happen, then we might have to go to the next speaker and, you know, just skip that person for that time. I actually have someone in my 11 o'clock class who, because his one of his parents works from home, he can't be on the computer or using all the data because of her job. And so he is going to have to download his speech to YouTube, which is kind of crazy, but he's a musician and he does that all the time. So we're going to see how that works for him. So if the live aspect does not work, then we'll just go to plan B. And I do have some options, but I'd rather do it live. You know, that just makes the more sense because public speaking is in front of a group. So even though it's remote. So
Okay. How, like on a scale to 1 to 10, how likely are we to just move on to Zoom? Like, I don't know if you're going through the chat, but a lot of people are having problems.
I know. I don't know. In fact, when I was our class was opening up, I was on the phone with another instructor, and we were talking about the fact that there are a lot of people having difficulties, but some people are breezing through it, you know. And Zoom, I think, from what I understand, it's a more reliable platform, but it's also very overloaded right now with everyone working from home and doing classes remotely. And so, and I don't know if I think part of the decision was a monetary one as far as MCC going with Yuja, because we already had that, we'd already paid for that.
Okay.
And it was already on board. And so that was kind of the way they made that decision. So, you know, we'll see. Sarah just said, for some reason, my computer was reading my location as the West Coast. Well, don't we all wish we were there on the beach?
No, we don't.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. Which is why we're staying at home, because we don't want to catch anything. All right. So, all right. Did that answer your questions?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, don't hesitate to answer or to ask again. And I am going to change you back to an attendee
Sure.
and answer another question. Okay. So next, okay, Gabby, I'm skipping you because I already did your question, but I can come back to you after I check with these others. All right. So Lori. Lori, you are able to speak.
Okay. So my question is in regards to the persuasive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever remember talking about groups at all, like Abby. And so I don't know if it was the week that I missed, but there was never anything said about groups in class that I can recall. So this is the first, I think, that at least I'm hearing about it.
Wow. Okay. So, and I know you missed a couple of times, but not, I mean, maybe 2 total.
Right.
And
I missed the week before the last week before spring break, if that makes sense.
okay.
So it
And
wasn't
see,
the week before spring break, it was the one before that. The week we started the speeches.
right. And we talked about persuasive briefly. Did I give you guys guidelines?
No, we don't have anything on the persuasive speech at all. We have
Okay.
nothing.
Okay. Well, that'll go up this afternoon on Blackboard.
Okay.
So I will give you that, and then the topic list and the planning worksheet. I'll give you everything that you need for that. So on Thursday, we'll talk about that some more, because persuasive is a little bit different, quite a bit different than informative in that you are advocating. And so the approach to creating your specific purpose statement and how you organize your speech is different than the informative. And we haven't gotten to go over any of that. I know that.
Okay.
So this will be a time between now and Thursday that you can think about, do I want to do this by myself, which is
Okay.
sometimes easier, or do I want to do it with a group, which that is sometimes easier. It's just, kind of a personal preference. And if there are people in the class that you feel comfortable working with, that you feel like would share the load with you, that certainly would weigh in on the decision. And if you're, trying to juggle, as you are, other people's schedules besides your own, then, it might be easier to do it by yourself. But that is totally up to you guys. And
Okay.
I will post all that information. I am sorry. I thought that I had given you guys at least the guidelines in
Yeah,
class.
no, we
So-
haven't seen anything about it. I think we just were kind of going into like, we really needed to get the informative speeches done. And
Right.
so everything else was kind of put on hold. My other question is what will happen in regards to the storytelling?
Okay, so this is a good question, and I was going to talk about that today. So I really don't want to take up time, our remote time, doing that. So what I was thinking is about is creating a separate meeting time for storytelling. And if you attend, you get extra credit. And that way you have an audience for your storytelling. And the reason why I haven't gone ahead and created is because I really haven't come up with a good time. Should we do story time at night? Or should we do it in the afternoon? Because we can't do it before this class because I have a class. But
Well,
maybe
I know for myself, obviously I can't speak for anyone else, but for myself, like afternoon would probably be best just because at night, I have children and stuff that I'm trying to like get ready for bed and dinner and house, and so, not that you have to make an exception for me. I'm just saying for
Right.
myself,
Okay.
afternoon would be best.
Yeah, and I did want some feedback on that. So you guys be thinking about that. If you have not told your story, then think about when a good time would be to do that for you. I have class until 12:15. And so and I am stopping at 12:15. So I would be available at that time forward. So we could do that. We could maybe do it between 2 and 4 o'clock, or 1 and 3. So, but I don't want to sit in front of my computer for 2 or 3 hours waiting for people to tell their story. So it would have to be committed. So like,
Right.
Lori, if you're a storyteller, you would say, I can do it at 1 o'clock on Wednesday or Tuesday or whatever. Okay. So
Okay.
I'm not too concerned about that right this very minute, but I think that we just need to set up a separate meeting for storytelling.
Okay.
That's my answer. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
and one last thing, and I apologize. I just want to
That's okay.
clarify that you said you're going to be sending out a new schedule for the assignments and like the speeches and due dates and all of that today.
Right. Uh-huh.
Will you also be sending out like an addendum to like the total points for the class so that we're able to kind of figure out where our grade will be weighted overall, or is that really important?
It's really important. Okay. So, I am not going to use the rubric for the persuasive speech that I was planning to use because it's set up for a live, in class where I write out comments. So the persuasive speech, I will let you know how much everything is worth.
Okay.
So the persuasive speech will be like between 800 and 900 points, and I can hear everyone gasping, oh my gosh. But the reason for that is, your informative was 650, and in persuasive, we're adding several new components. we're adding using reasoning and logic, addressing logos, pathos, and ethos, and the importance of those justifies the increased number of points.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I will do that, and it's going to be relatively similar to the point structure I gave you.
Okay.
And I probably will eliminate some things. I'm still trying to figure out how I want you guys to do the survey, which I think we have a survey thing in our text in chapter 5. So we might go through the textbook, which might make it easier, especially if you guys don't have the capability to email each other. So,
Okay.
so I'm still working on that, but yeah, I will do all those things.
Okay.
Because I don't have anything else to do, right? Because I'm at home.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Lori, I'm back to
Thank you.
thank you. My next person. We're going to spend all the time answering questions, but that's okay. Okay. Tim, you are okay. Your mic's on.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so I just wanted to address the issue with the chat. Saren Ryder, her device was set 2 hours ahead of everybody else's. So for you to see any messages that are sent within the chat, you're gonna have to scroll up above her message saying "I can hear."
Oh, okay.
Yes, we've been talking quite a bit, but you just couldn't exactly see it because
Okay.
I did a bit of testing. I found out that's why there's a large block of messages from me in there. I just wanted to let you know.
Okay, I see. Trouble logging in. All right. Yeah, I was not seeing the chat.
Yeah.
And you said, is there a max group size? I have you guys all set as attendees, which means that you have to raise your hand to chat because it's too big of a group.
What I meant by that max group size was when you brought up the working in groups.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is the chat all right? Since when are we doing groups? Okay. All right. I see. Okay. I can't answer all these. Do we need Alexis says, do we need a third person or can we have two? And I think I kind of answered that, Alexis. Okay. Oh, you only have 2 people in your group. Okay. All right. Yeah, here we go. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring it up before you just didn't see it.
So now I should be okay.
Are you able to delete chat messages
Huh.
as the owner? You should be like, if you hover over the message, does it pop up a little anything that lets you like any dots or like a trash can symbol? Darn.
Yeah. No, it's not doing anything. Oh, wait. Nope. It just was going to let me take Saren's little face away. That's not really her face. It's just the gray ghost person. Yeah. Timothy, you are the man because you know how to do all this. You got me my computer. So I don't know.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't see any way to do that. Okay, here's chat. Oh, okay. All right. So I can. All right. No, I just made chat go away and I didn't want to do that. So, okay. Well, if you think of anything that I need to do, differently. And Timothy, are you how familiar familiar are you with the Yuja platform?
Not very familiar at all, but give me about a day and I can figure out most of the stuff for it.
Okay. So you can kind of help us troubleshoot if we have issues, like when the other students are presenting their speeches. Why don't you go first on
Oh,
Thursday?
actually, I had another question. What do we do if, huh?
Go ahead. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
What do we do if we have no access to a device with a working camera?
Oh,
Because I have no access to any devices with working cameras. All I have is my microphone that I'm using right now.
good question. Well, I don't know. Now, I think, can access the meeting through your phone.
That I believe calls to your phone. It's essentially should be the same as getting a phone call.
See, now, what I remember, and I did write this down. Let me look real quick.
And
I have
Gabby, to answer your question, no, my camera doesn't work. I broke it when I dropped it.
on your phone.
Yeah.
Okay, because I do believe that we can get to, I was thinking that there was a phone number that you guys could call in, but it may not enable the video component. Okay, well, is there any way you can find someone that has a computer with a camera?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Because I've got the only actual computer in the house and
Okay.
I'm using it.
Okay. All right. What about, you know what? Let's you and I chat. Let's email each other after class this afternoon sometime, because I have another class after this one, and talk about your options.
Okay.
Okay. And since you are tech savvy, we can probably come up with something that would enable other people to get to see you as well.
Okay.
Okay. So, but the camera on your phone is broken. Do you have someone in your house that has a phone that has a working camera?
Yeah, but
Okay.
as I said before, I do believe that the call function just calls.
Well, I do have another idea and we can
Okay.
talk about it. Let's email. Can you email me later and just say, remember, we need to talk about me? And
I'll do it
then
right now.
I'll get back with you with the ideas and we'll go back and forth like that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Did we cover everything you needed to cover?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to address someone else and their questions. And I'm changing you back to attendee. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay. So Brenda, let's see. I'm going to go to Anna because I haven't heard from her yet. And Anna, your mic is on.
I had a question about the extra credit and how that's
Yes.
going to work now.
Okay. Yeah, well, we won't be seeing that musical
Yeah.
now. So we will, I was thinking about that because I have the King's Speech one that I still have not posted because I did give that big chunk of two big extra credit chunks, which one has gone away. So the King's Speech is just a quick assignment where you watch the movie and answer the questions. And so I can put that up today. I'll put King's Speech because I'm making a list of all the stuff I need to make sure is up there for you. And then I had a couple of ideas I was kind of considering for another extra credit assignment that I can add in place of the musical. So I just haven't decided what it's going to be. Now you do have those opportunities to for the different sources on the same topic. And you'll be doing that same assignment for persuasive, so you could add some to that, and the journal,
Mm-hmm.
keeping a journal. So those are both ongoing extra credit things. And I do have another idea that would build upon the stage fright assignment that I could do for extra credit.
Okay.
So I'm writing that down so I could add that in. So that, gives you a few opportunities. And then if I think of anything else that you could watch, good grief, there's all kinds of stuff on, if you go to CNN or Fox News, we can watch people doing public speaking all day long, talking about the coronavirus and the different doctors and the different people representing different agencies. So that was one of the ideas I had. Sit and watch CNN or Fox News for 30 minutes and talk about the different people that present on that. So does that answer your question?
Yeah, and I have one other.
Okay.
So, I was looking at the grading chart.
Yes.
I really don't understand how the Cengage stuff fits into it. It's not on that sheet.
Okay. Well, it should say quizzes
Okay.
on
Yeah.
the sheet.
Mhm.
Okay. So I gave a total number for the quizzes, and then I did not list the activities
Okay.
on the grading sheet, because after I had typed that up, I went through and thought some of these activities are worthwhile. And so I added them, but there aren't that many. I mean, it's going to maybe be 50 points or,
Okay.
70 points, something like that, a pretty small amount. Okay. Does that help?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Anything else, Anne?
No, that covers it. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, great. Thank you. There you are, Anna. I'm changing your status. You are now an attendee. Okay, so, all right, Michaela, I'm making you a presenter. Okay, your microphone's on. Michaela?
Hello. Wait,
Hello.
you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Okay, so I have a question and a suggestion.
Okay.
For my question, so we're doing surveys as well for the persuasive
Right,
speech.
Right.
Okay. And then my suggestion was for the peer reviews, before the presentator gives their speech, they can announce or have on their PowerPoint their email, in which we can
Oh,
send that to them.
there you go.
So then you don't have to do any work on Blackboard.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going to say include student email. Do
Mhm.
student email on PowerPoint slide. Okay, that's a great idea. I wish I would have thought of it.
Yeah, I raised my hand as soon as it happened, and then you answered the other question.
Yeah, you were too far down the line. Well, and I'm sorry, Michaela, that we can't use Into the Woods for
I
extra credit.
know it's really sad. I know they were doing it in the summer, but it's crazy this whole thing happening. It really
Yeah,
took
it
the world by
is.
storm.
Well, okay, so can you tell the class approximately when they're suggesting doing it in the summer so people can come and see you in it?
I wish I could give exact dates, but Keith hasn't really, our director hasn't really said anything about it
Right.
because we don't know if it's going to be pushed to June or July. I'm
Right.
thinking more towards July just because I've heard some rumors that I don't know if quarantine is going to be extended until late May. So then we wouldn't be able to get to the school until so we would need all that time to work.
Yeah, you have to practice. Well, they have canceled the first 3 shows at Starlight in June.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm asking Michaela these questions, everyone. So in the summer, you might get notification about when the musical is performed if you want to see her in it.
You want to get extra credit, but you get brownie points from me. So
yeah, there you go. There you go. All right. So great suggestion. Any more questions?
That's it. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. I'm going to make you an attendee now. Okay, so, Andy, you put your hand down. So I'm assuming, oh, Michaela, did you put your hand back up? Michaela, did you put your hand back up?
No, it's still up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here,
So
I
I
can
think
lower
you
it.
have to lower your hand.
Whoa.
There you go. There you go. Okay, got it. All right. So, Brenda, I'm making you a presenter so you can ask a question. Okay, you're on. Brenda. Oh, she has left. Okay, so Gabby. All right, Gabby, your mic is on.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. So for a suggestion would be like
Yes.
a benefit of Zoom over this is that you can download it onto a phone and you can do like it's an app. Therefore, you'd be able to Timothy would like be able to use whoever's phone and do it that way. And if somebody's computer is not working, they always have their phone as a backup because I know Andy was having some issues with like audio and stuff.
Right.
Like, since Zoom is an app, it could be like used on their phone if their computer's not working or something.
Well,
So
okay, those
suggestion.
are, and I wrote that down because that's a really good thing to know. And I am going to be talking to our division chair later on today, and he also teaches speech, and see if they think that our best option is doing Yuja for our speeches. I have a feeling that the college will say, you know, we purchased Yuja and that's what we want to use. But I know some instructors are switching to Zoom. Lori said that several of the instructors she works with in math are using Zoom.
Yeah.
So I'm not ruling it out. I'm just working from the viewpoint that this is what they gave me to use. And it wasn't really that I had an option to use it, that this is what they were instructing us to do. However, that may have changed at this point. So, you know, I'll be talking to the people that I need to talk to find out what, you know, how to move forward.
And then my question is, can you, and maybe like near the end of class when people are like done asking questions, can you like just review what's going to be posted in Blackboard today?
Yes.
Okay. And then
Yes.
the extra credit for Cinderella was not put in my grade.
Oh, you know what? I didn't do that. I created a page for it, but I forgot to create a column in the grade book on Blackboard. So thank you for saying that. And I'm writing myself a note to add Cinderella.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Good. I probably would have noticed it, but it may have taken me a little longer. So I'll put that in today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all the Blackboard stuff because I'm rather confused.
Okay. Yeah. And I'll go over that. And what time is
Got
it? It's 10:20. So, so I'm actually, I'll go over that pretty soon. We might end our meeting a little bit early, because, and then that would give me a little bit of a break before my next one, and I can go ahead and upload some stuff to Blackboard for you guys. So you can have that fresh and you can work on it. Okay. So does that help?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we good?
Yep.
Okay. I'm changing you out because we have 2 more hands raised. All right. All right. Thanks, Gabby. All right. Okay, Andy, I'm putting you on as a presenter for a question. You there? Are you there, Andy? Yep. Oh, there you are. Oh, I even see you. She goes, no, you don't. Okay, so Andy, do you have a question? Okay, I put you as a presenter. So your audio is on. Can you hear me? I know you were having problems. You can chat if you want. Oh, I see you.
You do?
I do. Oh, I hear you. There you are. Okay. Okay, so you guys, this is what the speech would look like.
I don't know how I did it, but yeah. I've been
Okay.
having issues like hearing everyone else. Like I can only hear you. So I've only heard like half of the entire conversations that are happening in this.
Okay. I don't know in the settings if there's a place that
I've like tried that and everything and absolutely nothing was working.
well, that's weird. Okay, so now, and you heard just me, which that's good that you can hear me, right? And can you hear me now? Oh, now she's going away. Are you in Chrome, Andy?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe Timothy has an idea of what you could do that you're not doing that would enable you to hear the other people, because I am putting them as presenters.
Like I could hear Michaela just fine, but like everyone else was just silent.
That's weird. Well, Michaela does project really well, but I don't think that was it. So, okay, well, I'm going to write that question down. Student could not hear others, just me. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Except for one. And so we'll just say in general, you couldn't hear. So I will find out about that and see if anyone else out there, any of the other instructors experience that problem. Okay.
Okay.
And then maybe get back with you. And also, and if you want to email me so I can answer just you. But then if it's a problem others are having, then we can talk about it in class on Thursday.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I will specifically ask that question of someone.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Is that all?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Andy. Okay. All right, so I saw another hand go up. Brenda. Okay, Brenda, your mic's on. You there? Brenda? Yeah, Brenda.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, what did I do? Hold on. I don't
What
know.
did you do? Because maybe that's what Andy needs to do.
Okay, I just wanted to let everyone know that they're giving loaner laptops to people that don't have laptops until June.
Who is it at MCC?
Yes, I talked
Okay.
to my honors class, and he told me that they're doing loaner laptops, and that you just need to contact like counselor or like your academic advisor, and they'll send it over to the dean, and then they'll get you a laptop.
That is awesome. I did receive some information about that. So Timothy, that's what you need to do. You need to get one of those loaner laptops. And
just for a suggestion for the Cengage, when I had a Spanish class, they instead of like writing all the activities down, they just put the grade in as like a grade, if you get me. Like right now, I have like a 90%, and they just put that in so it wasn't hard to like do all the activities and like count them up. It was
Right. And that's what I will do on the final grade book column that I have and that I put on Blackboard. It'll just say quizzes, and then it'll give you a point value and a percentage value. And then I'll do activities or however I name it. And that will be just one column. They won't, like, I won't have chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3.
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking, Brenda?
Yeah, something like that.
Right.
A little easier because everything's so hectic. But
Oh.
sorry if you hear like a phone or my dad, like talking to customers. I'm at a mechanic shop. I was just letting you guys know. Stay positive. We'll get through this, and I gotta go.
Okay. All right. Thanks,
All right,
Brenda.
thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay. You're out. All right. So, Timothy, did you hear? I hope you heard about what Brenda suggested with the laptops. Maybe you can get up there today and get one checked out. That would be an answer to your camera issue. So I don't see any more hands. So we're going to, well, Brenda hasn't taken her hand down. All right. So I'm just going to finish up and let you guys go pretty quick here. So for what you'll be seeing on Blackboard later, and maybe in a few minutes, because I have my other computer set up here, you're going to get the guidelines for persuasive speaking and a topic list, which, as always, you do not have to choose from that list. Those are just merely ideas and suggestions. And then I am going to only have you guys do part 2 of choosing a topic. Unless I'll put part 1 and 2 up there, but I'm only going to count part 2 for a grade. If you want to do part 1 again, brainstorming about persuasive topics, I will give some extra credit for that. Maybe not the full 50 some points, but maybe I will. Maybe that's a good thing I can do. So for you guys to do that extra credit. So choosing a topic 1 and 2, and then the planning worksheet. So you can start kind of brainstorming on that once you decide on your topic. And then I'll also have the outlining worksheet in the persuasive content package. And I'll have, I'm going to put the audience analysis worksheet, but we're going to do that a little bit differently this time. And I'll explain how you can use that worksheet to create your own audience analysis. And I'm just doing this off the top of my head, trying to remember everything that we talked about. The different sources on the same topic, we're going to do that again. That makes it real easy for me to see that you have chosen different sources on the same topic, and they're not just all internet sources, that you've actually sought out some books and magazines and academic journals and those kinds of things. And then I'll also, I don't have a checklist to put on there yet, but you can refer to the informative one and the process for getting a speech ready from before if you want to kind of gauge what you're going to need to be doing. But I'll create a checklist specifically for the persuasive speech. And then I also said I was going to put on the extra credit opportunity. I'm going to put King's speech up today and Stage Fright probably before Thursday. And then I think that's it for the persuasive. And then I'm switching gears real quick to the people who are presenting on Thursday. Be ready to go on Thursday. And what I'll do is, you saw Andy, her face came up when she was listed as a presenter. That's what it will look like when you are a speaker. And then we can do a share screen on it, and you can do your PowerPoint on one screen, and then we'll see your face on another, possibly. I think that's how I think it will work that way. That's what I'm seeing on mine. And hopefully that's what you'll see on yours. So I think, and then the other thing we talked about today was creating a separate storytelling meeting. And so what I might do is give you 2 or 3 options for the storytellers who have not presented, and see which ones work for you guys. And then I'll set up the meeting after that. Okay, so I'll put those out there. You can give me the feedback, and then I'll set up the meeting to get that done sometime in the near future. All right, so Carol has a question, so I'm going to recognize her. No, that's not what I want to do. There we go. Okay, Carol, your mic should be on.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can.
All right. So it was a question about the whole like peer evaluation. Could you like just put the like document that we were using in class, like put that on Blackboard?
Yes.
And then we can fill that out and send it in?
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, and I meant to say that, I'm going to put that up there as well. All right.
Also,
Yes, and that'll make it a lot easier for you.
Yeah.
You have
And when
that.
do you think we're going to start the like extra credit storytelling? Like what day?
You know what? I don't know. So
Okay.
let me look at my schedule, which you know, it's not that big of a deal because I'm not doing much except for this. But what I would do is say, okay, how many people could do Tuesday afternoon from 1 to 3, or how many people could do Wednesday or Thursday, and then just get a gauge of what people can. That would be geared more toward the people who have to present.
Yeah.
And then I might have more than one option. And so if you want to attend and get extra credit points, then you could do that. And Anna, that's another way to do extra credit, is attending one of the storytelling sessions. Okay. And you could also attend another classes as well, if you wanted to get more points, you know. So we could do like 5 or 10 points per story that you get to watch. Okay. All right. So does that answer your questions?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I can sign you out and go to another.
Yep. We're good.
Okay. All right. Great. Thanks. Okay. All right. I saw other hands. Manera, you were next. And okay. You're on.
Are people in your group persuasive? How are we gonna present?
So you would have to do it where, okay, originally we had kind of talked about that you could split up so like you would say, our first presenter, like say if you were in a group of 3 and you're going to do the introduction and the first main point, then you would, I would click you as presenter, start the timer, you present your part, and then I'd go to the second presenter. So if Gabby was in your group, then I would click on Gabby and make her a presenter. Or I might be able to, I think I can have up to 4 or 5. So if I have 4 in a group, I can make you all presenters and it can just go between the 4 of you.
Okay.
So like now I can talk anytime I want because I'm a presenter.
Right.
But then if I made you a presenter, and so if you see the little face down, it's not a face, it's like shoulders and head. You would turn your video on and your other group members would do the same. And I would go off as presenter. And so you 4 would be on the screen, and then you would just go in the order that you need to go in.
Okay.
Okay.
So is there a timeline? Is there like a time limit?
Yeah, it's, and that'll be on the information that I post, but I think I have, each person has to speak for at least 4 minutes total. So like if you have 4 people, each of you would speak 4 minutes, and that's a 16-minute presentation. I just had to tell someone to get out.
Yeah, I can see them in a reflection of your
Get
television.
out. Oh, great. Yeah, he's in the TV behind me.
Right.
Okay, so does that help?
So, okay, yeah. It helps in a like for a group sense, but if you're doing it alone, what's the total time limit is 16 minutes?
No. If you're doing it alone, it's 6 to 8.
Oh, okay. Oh God, okay.
Does that help?
It helps, but it's just like I feel like if you're doing it alone, for example, and your persuasive speech topic is something that's like you work on it, it ends up being 12 minutes. You'll get counted points off.
Yes, but what you'll have to do, 8 minutes is a long time to speak.
Yeah, but so is 16.
Right. But if you are dividing up the responsibilities, you can go into more depth for each of the main points.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so 4 minutes is the minimum.
My goodness.
Okay, so, but you could speak up to 6. Maybe I should make it 6 for everyone.
Like minimum?
Yeah, for the group.
Relax, okay?
Okay, yeah. No. But usually people end up speaking 4 to 6 minutes.
Okay.
Individually, because if you speak 4 minutes on your main point and then you do part of the intro, then you're up to 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So see how that works?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm expecting more in-depth main points, because if that's only part, if you're doing that and then one other thing, that's not as much as creating everything and speaking 6 to 8.
Okay. Are we going to be graded for the persuasive speech on just the presentation, or are we going to have to like email and turn in?
You will, for it as the group, you only turn in one packet of planning and preparation material. So you would turn in one planning worksheet for your whole group. So you might put one person in charge of doing that. Like that's their duty. Everyone would contribute, like you would get together and chat or do a Google Doc thing and have everybody contribute, but then one person types up the final copy and puts the packet together. And what you're going to do is you're going to mail me your folder. You're going to email your folder to me. So you would have each of those documents in there, but just one per group. Does that make sense?
I don't know. Maybe by Thursday, I'll have more questions.
Well, and also you're going to get the written work. You're going to get the pack. It's going to be posted on Blackboard.
Okay.
So you can read through it.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to, Lori has her hand raised and Gabby, and then we're almost done here. So Manera, there you go. She's lowered her hand. All right. So I don't know who was first. I think it might have been Lori, but I'm not sure. Okay. So Lori.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Oh,
I can. Oh, hey, there you are.
So I had a couple more questions, or not really a question. One of them was kind of a comment. So you were talking about, for the speeches, like when we're doing this, we can do screen share. So if we're using UJA, I just want to caution you that in order to do screen share with Chrome, you have to download the extension. So every student would have to download the extension in Chrome to operate the UJA screen share.
Right.
So that's something that maybe we can work on getting everything, because it's kind of a hassle, but that's that. So then as far as like turning everything in, when we do have to turn something in, you kind of said either on Blackboard or through email. So if we're gonna do it through Blackboard, will it be done as like a true submission, like it would be on an online class? So where you can view it as a submission, or how would you be, or would it be like as an email through Blackboard?
I'm still working on that. I'm trying to make it easy for you and easy for me. So, so yeah, I'm still working on that of what, and nothing is due right away.
Right.
So I have time to get that set up how I want to do that. So, yeah, I feel like you guys need to do the planning and preparation steps that we did with the informative. But I don't want to overwhelm you with work, but I feel like those steps need to be taken in order for it to happen. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That makes sense. And then the last thing
Yeah.
that I just was kind of curious about was, so for Thursday, if we aren't presenting, do we have anything that we need to have prepared for Thursday, or just be prepared to like do the peer evaluations on whoever is speaking?
Okay, two things. You guys go ahead and download the peer evaluation if you want to, or print it out. If you want to print that out and fill it out, and then if you want to submit it that way, email to me or email to the student who it belongs to. That's one thing you'll be doing. And the other thing I need to know on Thursday is if you're working as an individual or in a group.
Okay.
Okay. You do not have to have your topic chosen, but if you can, that would be really helpful for you to have that done. So you can, as I'm giving you information, you can go, I can move forward with this.
Okay.
So I'm hoping to talk about the different kinds of propositions for persuasive speaking, which is talked about in chapters 14 and 15. And so if you want to look over that, and I'll put that in the Blackboard announcement, that you should look at those chapters so the terms I'm using are not totally foreign, but we'll really hit it hard next week. So you probably are going to just choosing a topic and maybe doing some preliminary research at this point.
Okay.
And then and also choosing if you're going to do it by yourself or with a group.
Right. Okay.
Okay. That answer your questions? You are welcome. Good questions. Thank you. Okay. So, Gabby, I think, do you still have your hand up? Yeah. Okay. So Gabby is our last question. And I think I went over most everything. And Gabby, your mic's on.
Okay, so just real quick, will you also like write it down to can you put like a timeline? Like you said, next week you're going to be talking about the persuasive speech. Therefore, like, can we know about when the first day of presenting would be? And like, can we have a timeline for the rest of the semester, since that's kind of,
I'm going to post a revised schedule.
Okay.
That should give you that information. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And
now,
then,
go ahead.
Yeah, I kind of have a list going. So
okay, make it quick, because I don't know if our meeting is going to time out exactly at 10:45. So if you get cut off, you might have to send me an email.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so everyone, if we get cut off, I went over everything you need to know. Just check Blackboard for an announcement later, and your email will let you know when that has gone up. Okay, go ahead, Gabby.
Can you, like, I think you normally do, but can you make sure that the worksheets that you're like putting in there are like a Word document? Because
I think most of them are.
Yeah, then we can like edit them.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Yeah, I'll double check that.
Yeah. And then the Blackboard submission, if you do that, honestly, I have no idea how to do that. So I don't know how to do Blackboard submission.
Okay, okay. Well, if I choose to go that route, I will instruct you guys on that.
Okay.
Okay.
So by Thursday, just to recap, you need an email from us saying if we're in a group and if so, who, or by
Right.
ourselves and our topic.
Yes.
Got it.
And you don't have to have your topic chosen, but I would
Yeah.
highly recommend that
For sure.
so you can get started.
Cool.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay, good questions and comments. Okay, it didn't time us out. So I'm gonna, Gabby, I'll take you off here. So if you have other questions, feel free to email me. That's gonna be a big way that we communicate through email and on Blackboard. So just continue to be checking that. And if you are a speaker, be ready to go on Thursday. Students, print out the peer evaluation. I'm trying to remember everything for Thursday, and email me if you want to be in a group. If I don't hear from you that you want to be in a group, I'm going to assume that you're going to speak by yourself, and that's fine. Both are fine. Okay, well, you guys have a great rest of your day. Make sure you social distance, and I will see you on Thursday. Bye. I'm ending the meeting.